We apologize in advance, but it's 2022 and we're back, baby.
Hello.
Hello.
Happy 2022.
Oh my God.
We're getting old. I'm referring it to as like 2022 TOO.
Like take two.
Like take frickin' two.
Sidebar. We just figured out that our microphone stands move up.
So when you saw, if you're a YouTube watcher, which you should all subscribe, we used to have these on boxes to reach our mouths.
Every once in a while, depending on what table we're at. In some instances, it needed to be higher. And then we were literally just talking, and I'm swiveling this around. I'm like, did you know that this goes up?
We're like janky but professional. Just comes back around.
It's the branding, but it's also, I would like to chalk it up to getting old.
It's actually really sad we're talking about it. I just turned 28. I still think I'm 24. But yeah, we're talking about like we have back problems. I'm constantly tired. Like, it's not great.
I'm turning 30.
You are. Okay, it's really funny having a birthday in December because like I just turned 28, but I'm technically... But
it's like you're in your 29th year
I'm
already.
in my 29th. Everyone's like, we're turning 29 this year. I'm like, I just turned it 4 weeks ago. Like, give me a whole year to catch up. Yeah. I know, but like all my friends are turning 29 like relatively soon.
Okay, well, what was the birthday celebrations this year for the Tony, Rose, and Sarah birthday?
Okay, yeah. So if anyone... I talk about this a lot, so if you don't know, you're not listening. But me and my sister are born on the same day. We're 2 years apart, 2-year twins. She hates that label. It was very low key because we're in BC and the COVID restrictions are a little rough still right now, but even worse around Christmas. My sister was supposed to go with her boyfriend back to Newfoundland for his family, but like everything got canceled because of COVID. So she spent it with like her son and her boyfriend, and then my cousin and my aunt and their like husbands came down for Christmas and our birthday, which was really nice. And so we went to, it's called the Heart House in Burnaby, and it's like a really fancy place, and we just got shit-faced and we just had martinis and we ate. It was like a 4-hour lunch and it was really fun. And then I watched Emily in Paris. So
yes, that sounds fantastic.
And then we had a game night. We played games for the whole night, which was so fun.
Well, another birthday tradition for the books.
Another one, but like next year I want to spend it with my friends, you know.
This has to be the year that shit goes back to normal. It has to be.
If it doesn't, bye. Like
let's talk about Omicron because we haven't talked about it because I don't think it existed. It was like just starting. It just started when we were finishing up the last season. So, fun story. So Omicron, obviously, as everyone knows, is the like much more contagious version of COVID, and I think it's going to be like our savior. Actually,
I think so
of
too.
Getting us through all this. It's like it's naturally what happens at the end of a pandemic.
And we're doctors, so you should listen to us.
Yes, 100%. We always fact check.
Always fact check.
My opinion, it's going to ravage through everyone, and then it's just going to be another flu. It's just going to be another flu. So in December, I thought I got it. I was so sick, and then it's just I guess flu season. Like there was just a flu going on at the same time that had the exact same symptoms. I tested negative, and then I was like recovering from that. And that was like the week before Christmas, and I was so stressed out because I was hosting Christmas and everything. My first Christmas. I was like, what would we do? Because my sister was like, I'm not hosting it because she was hosting the next day with her husband's side of the family. So she's like, I don't know what we're gonna do. So luckily I tested negative. Everything was fine. And like I had a whole week planned. I had lashes. I had my hair. I got a fresh money piece. I mean, not so fresh by now.
No, it looks great.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Like nails, all this stuff. And then, so I tested negative. But then mid-January, Alex gets sick again.
You got hit.
And I finally got hit with COVID. And like, it wasn't that bad, thankfully, because I mean, pro-vax.
Knock on wood.
Pro-vax. So like, I think it worked.
I think you did everything you needed to protect yourself, and you're good to go.
Yeah. Except the one thing that like I'm still recovering from is like a little bit of fatigue. Like I had like mad fever. But when I got the chills, I literally curled up like a fetus to try and keep warm. And like, luckily Steve would bring me like little water, like the hot water thing that I suggested to you.
Oh, yes.
And from curling up into a ball, I fucked up my back. Like, it was kind of like a combination, because between Christmas and New Year's, I slipped and fell on ice and landed on, like, my tailbone.
Well, you didn't tell me.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
Okay, here's the funny thing is, like, 3 days into, like, having my back fucked up, like, while I'm sick with COVID, body aches and all this, I then remember that I slipped on ice. I was like, why is my back so fucked up? And I'm like, oh, it's because I slipped on ice.
Were you sober?
Yeah. It was just like a midday lunch or something. But, like, my back hadn't hurt until that point. So I think, like, curling into a ball just exacerbated it. And, like, TMI, hard to go to the bathroom. Like, the twist
to wipe, rough.
Painful. Like, literally, like, I'm, like, cringing in pain. It was that bad. And I was, like, telling Steve about it. He's like, how do you wipe? So we get into this, like, long-winded conversation on, like, a girl's wiping technique. Back. Yeah, and he's like, you lift your leg. I'm like, I have an ass. Like, it's like,
you think lift your leg?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. To get off
lift your leg.
Yeah,
okay, sorry. So it's not just me.
I just had to mentally think about that.
But you also have an ass. So I'm like, okay, are there, like, because Steve, like,
well, if you have
is
flat
skinny
ass,
boy.
there's a hole between the ass and the tissue.
That's what I'm wondering. So anyways, would love to get someone.
Do you fold your toilet paper or do you bunch it?
I go back and forth.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, if I have, like, the time. One fold. One, two.
Yeah.
It's usually a bunch.
So
anyway,
catching COVID, not fun. I was, like, isolated for 3 days in our bedroom, and, like, we were very lucky that, like, we have a spare bedroom, so Steve slept in the guest bedroom, but he took the dog from me. Wouldn't let me touch the dog.
Well, animals can get COVID, so that's probably a good call.
I was literally researching it because I was, like, so desperate for some kind of like affection or, like, just touch of something else. Yep. And, like, cats get it way worse than dogs do, but for dogs it's, like, such a low percentage. And,
interesting.
And, like, the chances of, like, you know, I cough on my hand, I put it on her, and then Steve touches her, that's also still relatively low.
Right.
So I literally, like, made a case. And then I was like, funny. I need to touch the dog. I'm going fucking crazy. And so he let me touch the dog for, like, a minute. He's like, I'll let you touch it. He literally walked into the room with Poppy wrapped up in a towel and then just stuck her tail out. And he's like, touch her tail. And I was like, I will fucking murder you. Give me the dog. And then I got to, like, touch her, like, with my hand out like this. Like, it was so weird. I was like, yes, this is fantastic.
That's funny. I thought I also had COVID about 3 times, actually, since December, January. I'm just randomly sick. But I got my booster shot. And I think that's what COVID would feel like. I had every symptom you could get from a booster shot. I had the chills, like you were saying, couldn't get warm.
Yeah.
I had the fever. I had the body aches. My armpit was so painful. The lymph nodes in your armpits they apparently swell in the booster. So it was like everything. I was down for 3 days. Like, really? Couldn't function. And I still had brain fog, like, 4 days later.
Yeah, but the brain fog and the fatigue sucks. I had to nap. I had to take midday naps, like, when I got back to work, just to function.
It was rough. I took the day off of work because I was like, I can't function. It was rough.
I'm curious if now, because I haven't gotten my booster yet, I had to push it back. Like, I'm curious if now that I had COVID, if I won't get hit by the booster as much.
Everyone that I've known didn't get symptoms. Me and
have COVID,
our friend Zora. No, they didn't have COVID. So maybe that has something to do with it.
It could be the combinations, though, because I heard that, like, because I have 2 Pfizers, and then they're going to probably recommend that I get Moderna.
No, they're going to recommend Pfizer. So I have 2. So I have 2 Moderna, and they recommended a Pfizer. I sat down there, like, because if you're under 30, there is a higher chance of myocarditis. Thank you so much. That heart defect in younger people. So they're like, you're an adult, you can make a decision, but, like, it is the government's back decision or, like, opinion that you should get Pfizer if you're under 30. So my booster is Pfizer. I'm 2 Moderns and 1 Pfizer.
Interesting. So it's like Moderna in general.
Yeah, Moderna altogether. If you're under 30, they're not recommending it, but they'll give it to you because you're an adult. You can make your own decisions. But from, like, the CDC or whatever, the Who's.
Well, I'm, like, on the cusp. I'm 29 and a half.
She was my nurse that I was talking to. She was like, it's 1 in 1,000, and then with Pfizer it's 2. Or sorry, with Moderna it's like 2 in 1,000, and then whatever. Like, it's
still 100% extra chance.
Well, that's what she said. So she's like, we're just recommending it. I'm like, I was like, you're the scientist. Like, you guys are the doctor. I don't care. I don't know shit.
We are the sheeple. We will listen to you.
I was like, you get paid the big bucks to tell me what vaccine I should get, so I'm going to listen to you.
Interesting. All right.
So it's been an interesting couple of weeks. And also with COVID, not to get in a huge tangent, but like our city has been locked down. Not to a crazy extent, but like I can't go to the gym, but I can go to a hockey game. Like little weird rules like that.
The gym thing has been really weird, but it's just funny how up in arms people were about the gym.
It was, I think because we're not those people. Like we're not those people to like protest and call out the government.
Like, Vancouver is also such a like health focused city though. But it's also like, walk outside.
Well, okay. So I want to tell you my experience. Okay. So I have been slipping back into my 2020 depressive state. Like, didn't leave my house for 5 days. I just sat on my couch to watch TV. Like, it was really bad. And I was like, my mental health walk is just not enough. Like, just a walk is not enough. I go to the gym. So the gym's opened up this week. And so I went to the gym yesterday. And I forgot how much that helped my mental and physical health. Like, it was an hour of just, like, pump-up music on the treadmill. I did Stairmaster. I did weights. And then I was, like, I got in bed at 9, and I was, like, smiling about how tired I was. Like, I haven't been sleeping. I had the best sleep last night. So I was, like, I am pro-gen. Like, I now realize I forgot how amazing it makes me feel.
The city of Vancouver had its first full night's rest.
Literally, like, I have not been sleeping. Because I also think I F myself. So I took 2 weeks off for Christmas. Mm-hmm. And me and my cousin stayed up like we're teenagers till like 2, 3
really watching
reality TV and just staying up and drinking and not even drinking, just staying up. And I have been really hard getting back into like normal 9 to 5 life.
I'm like the opposite, like with, well, I guess since like getting sick from COVID, like I've been waking up a little bit more earlier, but I've been sleeping so much heavier. So I feel like a little bit more rested in the morning, good. Which is lovely. And you know what? The one great thing about COVID, I lost 5 pounds because I had like no appetite.
Great. I did say you look great.
Thank you. And like even now,
just kidding.
Even now, my appetite still isn't like back to what it was, which like I'm not mad about because I had a pretty healthy appetite. But like today, all I've had is like, what did I have? One of those like the turkey squash thing that you recommended. It's like 1 serving of that, and then like 2 bags of like Weight Watchers chips, and like I'm content right now.
Wow,
I not that much
COVID. Just kidding.
Not to promote unhealthy like diet situations. I'm literally just listening to my body, and when it's hungry, I'll feed it.
Give her time.
Yeah.
But talking on that, do you do like New Year's resolutions? Are you that type of person?
I attempted because there's like this year, like we're going to Europe, and I really wanted to like get in better shape because like we're going when it's warm, and I hate feeling uncomfortable in heat.
Absolutely, could not agree more.
I pin it on that. Like heat is my kryptonite. Like I remember sitting once with like Zora, and we were all talking about like what's one thing that would piss off each one of us, and Zora's like, heat is your kryptonite. You cannot function in heat. And I was like, that's 1,000% correct.
That's actually true because like I sweat very easily, and I'm like,
well, it's just like the chafing of the thighs. The fact that like I have to like wear side savers just to like wear a fucking dress, but then if I want to wear something that has a leg popping out, can't do it because like it's annoying.
It's really annoying. I'm also on the health resolution. 2 of my friends got engaged. They're getting married next year. I'm going to a wedding in September. I'm going to Bachelorette in the summer. I'm going to Aruba. So very much the same.
But also remember, I'm having my big 30th birthday party. Fancy birthday party.
So excited. Wait, can you tell the story? Because like we're going where you're supposed to get married.
Okay, yeah.
You didn't tell the people.
As everyone knows, I had to cancel the big wedding because of COVID. We decided to buy the townhouse instead.
You know what? Congratulations on that great life decision, by the way.
Thank you. Shit is hectic out there. We bought our place for, I'll put it out there because it's public record, $1,050,000 after taxes.
Oh, no way.
There are houses in our area that are much smaller than ours. Like we have about 2,400 square feet. There are houses for like 1,600 square feet going for like 1.25.
Wow. Vancouver, man, is nuts.
It's fucked. And like the thing is like, you know, they keep like, I see so many reports of people being like the average cost that someone was like gifted. And I'm like, I don't know if I got like classified as like gifted. Like it's like yes and no. It's like meh. But thank you. I think it was a good life. I'm still sad. I'm still trying to get over not having the wedding, though.
No, but you're having your 30th birthday, and you know what? It's not going to be about Steve. Like, it's fully your day. So it's going to be even better. And you should just, like, dye your wedding dress and wear it. Or just wear it white.
No, it's way too cumbersome. But, yeah, so we still had a deposit at the venue. And the venue is gorgeous. And so, like, for the amount of money that we have left there with the deposit, we can, like, get a room. For the amount of people I'm inviting, open bar up to 3 drinks per person. Like, fabulous.
Oh, my God. Are you going to do, like, black tie? Like, are we doing theme?
Fancy. Well, I haven't like fully thought through like a proper theme, but it's gonna be like wear a nice dress.
Can you
situation.
do? Okay, I don't know if you're up on Vanderpump Rules, but Raquel, every time she does an invite, she sends like a mood board with inspo pics. Like, God. Could you please do that?
Yes,
because like
I could totally do that.
Because I don't know your friends, and I'm like, when you say fancy, like, what do your friends think fancy is? You know, because my friends wouldn't probably think ball gown. You know what I mean? Like,
oh no, I don't want you guys to wear like floor length gowns.
I would
like
never.
Cocktail attire.
I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like people have different.
I got a DJ. There's gonna be a dance floor, so it's gonna be like DJ with a dance floor. So I'm getting like a photo moment, which I haven't decided yet. I kind of want to get one of those giant light up like 30s, like, you know, like the giant marquee letters. That's the plan. That with like either not flowers, because flowers are fucking expensive, but like a balloon arch or something like that, but like classy.
I am so honored to be invited to this event of the century.
I'm honestly excited. So like that was part of my New Year's resolution too. Right? Yeah, it's on a Friday.
I'm just kidding.
To get book it on a Saturday, there was like a $20,000 minimum spend, and I was like, "How about a Friday?" And they're like, "It's zero." I'm like, fabulous,
amazing. It's already in my calendar, so I can't go away. So it's booked.
Yeah, so like it's a big year. Like between
it's
Europe
a big year
and my birthday, I wanted to like feel my freshest and my best, and then hopefully, because I mean, fuck, Steve doesn't listen half the time to this podcast
ever,
but hopefully, I want to just like be in a better place when we do decide to have kids. Yes. I'm in like a healthy spot.
You're ready to go. Yeah, and also in that same vein, like this year is going to be the year of activities for me. This sounds stupid, but like bear with me. But like, if someone asks me go on a hike, go on the hike. You know, like don't just
like Yes Man, like the movie,
like kind of like yes, but like not that extreme. But I just want to. I have watched so much TV during this pandemic. I think it's actually ruining my brain that I'm like, even if I do things alone, like just go for the walk by yourself. If you want to do something, like do it by yourself. You don't need other people. So this is the year of me just like getting out and turning my TV off and living life.
Today, my coordinator that I work with, I was like, "How's your day going?" And I want to use it as my mantra for the next few months, because it's what's realistic. Like I want to shoot for the stars, but I also want to be realistic. And I was like, "How's your day going?" And she's like, "Surviving, not thriving." And I was like, "Yeah."
Wait, I just got goosebumps. That's like it.
Yeah. Like. You got to try your best, but at the end of the day, I mean, we're still in a pandemic. We're still trying to navigate.
I'm just getting up one day at a time, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like it's a win if I open my eyes and get up and turn my computer on.
Day by day.
Day by day. Love that for us.
Anyways, now that we've talked about COVID enough, let's get into like fun things.
Okay, wait, can we start with Euphoria? Because I think it's all over. And for context, I only watched the first season like in October. So I was very late to the game. It destroyed my mental health because I binged that I binged that whole season, I think in like 2 to 3 days.
Yeah.
It was heavy. A lot of things were covered. Crazy. I'm loving season 2, I think, more than season 1.
I love season 2.
Because I feel like there's more of a story.
I just like the way, like in the beginning, how they tell like the story of everyone, which I know they did in season 1 as well, but they're just like throwing in like a little bit more comedic twist into it.
I agree. So spoiler alert, we were talking right before this, like we loved the dad's Cal's story,
which I didn't even know that it was him until like I was watching a TikTok and I was like, oh, like I just thought it was a random storyline they threw in and I was like, that shit's deep.
I figured it out during the episode, but I had to Google it because I was like, wait, I think I feel dumb because this is supposed to be his dad. I love that. I loved Angus. Oh, sorry, that's his real name. Fez's story. He was the first episode.
Oh,
with his grandmother. Yeah, the drug
that was I love how like the origin of Ash's name, Ashtray.
I love it so much, and I love Zendaya narrating it.
Yeah,
but you know what? I'm good with the not her being the main focus. I really like Cassie.
That's true, but I was reading because like there was someone on TikTok that like people were aside from that, we can get into that after, but like someone was saying like, why do we see everyone naked except for Zendaya? Because that's like what everyone fucking wants because she's the biggest star of the show.
You don't get that.
And they're like, it's because she was approached by the creator of the show and they were like begging her to be part of it. Her team was like, you shouldn't do this. They really didn't want her to do it.
Yeah.
But she's like, I need to get into something like raw and edgier.
I think it was the best decision for her.
Best decision. But of course, because they were seeking her out, she was able to be like, absolutely no nudity, not doing it.
Yeah. That's like Carrie, Sarah Jessica Parker in Sex and the City. She's the only one with no nude scenes. It's usually...
That is so true.
It's true. She put it in her contract, and I think that's brilliant. For if you're the biggest star and you don't want to do it, don't do it.
Wow. I didn't even know that she was like a bigger star. I thought that like that was kind of all like a launching pad for them.
Ensemble. She was like the main character. I think same thing. She was sought out.
I mean, I guess she was in Hocus Pocus, so she was just super famous.
Super famous. But yeah, no, it's very interesting about the Zendaya thing, and then or Dea. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce her name. But Cassie Sweetie, what's her name?
Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney. She just did an article too about like everyone was like, oh my god, you're naked all the time, and she's like, guys are naked all the time. Or I can't remember what the article was.
The amount of dicks in this show,
apparently they're fake.
Pardon me. How are they fake?
They said that there's prosthetics, so you don't actually see the real thing.
Why? Every time a dick would come on screen, because I watch it with Steve now, I'd be like, dick!
Well, because like we never get dicks. We never get dicks. We only get boobs. Like, I don't want the boobs.
And there's no prosthetic boobs.
Yeah. I think only one or two characters, like Eric Dane. They said Eric Dane's wasn't his, but the other, like, people that are not famous.
Like the random ones.
The random ones are real.
Although the guy in, like, I think it was the first episode that just sits down and, like, dick out on the toilet. I saw him on TikTok.
Me too.
Everyone's like, oh, like, you got your big break. What is it? And he's like, ooh.
That was actually really jarring because I've never pictured a guy. Actually, I have, because, like, does your thing touch the water? Like, what's the...
I've asked this question to Steve so many
times. Does it just hang there in the water bowl?
Yeah, I'm like, does your dick, like, touch the side of the toilet bowl?
We got it. We got the photo.
Yeah, we got a clear picture now.
It was really rough. But, no, I'm really loving this season. And I'm going to admit it. And I'm going to say I'm not proud. But, like, I just love Jacob Elordi so much that I'm, like, rooting for Nate and Cassie. Like, that's sick.
Oh, in a weird way, I'm rooting for them too, but I also hate him at the same time.
Like, I hate him, but, like, I love him so much that I'm like, him and Cassie are so cute together.
I saw a TikTok where it's, like, things I would feed different characters of Euphoria, and it was, like, Cal, nails, Nate, nails, and for every other character, it was, like, the person making the TikTok. So it'd be, like, Cassie, and it would just, like, cut to a picture of, like, the person making the video.
Oh, that's funny. I saw a TikTok of Cassie in Euphoria in Trisha Paytas's personalities. Have you seen that?
No.
Okay, I gotta send it to you. I'll probably saved it, but it's the funniest thing ever. It's so good.
Okay, if we talked about Euphoria, I feel like we need to quickly talk about And Just Like That.
Okay, but I'm not caught up. Okay. But I know storyline, so there's no spoilers.
Overarching, ruined. I was so looking forward to it. The fact that, I mean, spoiler alert, but everyone knows by this point, but, like, the fact that they killed off Big. I know he didn't want to be a part of it. There's externalities.
He should have been part of it. I have a theory. Can I tell you what? If I was the creator of Sex and the City, he would have died 5 years ago, and the show is taking 5 years. And she's back in a place, and she's ready to go. Like, the first 4 episodes were so freaking sad with him dying, and I don't want to disrespect his name, but the character, the gay best friend who actually died in real life.
Oh fuck! I forgot his name too.
He left. Like, it was sad, and then
they could have written him off better, though. I hated the way they took him out.
Yeah, I know. I understand how it couldn't have been another death back to back. I understand that, but it could have been way better. It could have been like, we're moving to France to get, like, I'll be back. And then he just never shows back up because we all know that he's not here.
Yeah. But, like, the fact that it's like he went to China to go follow, like, a TikTok star he manages, I was like,
so this is, I think, the overall theme of people's feedback is, like, they're doing too much. In every episode, they are trying to hit every social cause, every millennial verbiage with, like, Che, and it's just, it's a lot for me. I don't love it, but I'm gonna catch up.
I just hate Che as a character. Love the actress. The character.
Yeah, the way she talks or they talk, and they're just it's like so abrasive. I don't know.
Yeah,
just not my style, but I'm really wanting to love it, and I don't like Miranda's character. Like,
no, they fucked her up. Like, she was the one that was like
so strong,
and now she's like she
can't even speak to people in different nationalities without not knowing what to say.
Yeah,
like that's not her. She knows what to do. Like, it was just weird.
The whole thing's embarrassing.
Honestly, really embarrassing, and they should just cut their losses or just do way better next season. Like, take our advice.
Do better.
Just do better. Have you? Okay, one more last thing on shows. Have you watched Yellow Jackets?
No, not yet. You told me to watch it.
I just got goosebumps thinking about it. Like, it is by far one of my favorite shows I've seen in years. like, it just sucks you in. It is so good. It's scary, but it's like so good.
Usually when you're like this passionate about a show, like, you're usually right. And I'm like, yes, this was so good. Like, I think like you were the one that got me into Bridgerton, because I like, for some reason I was like putting it off because I was like, I'll watch it, but then you're like, no, it's so good. And it's coming. The second season's coming soon.
I'm so excited. I'm getting goosebumps all day. Like, I'm just so excited.
They're finally starting to roll out the good content.
I know. Like, let's do this. But yeah, watch Yellow Jackets, because I just need someone. I'm trying to force people in my life so I can talk to them about it.
Okay, I'll give it a go.
Okay, thanks so much. But it is scary. Like, just like, trigger warning.
Your interpretation of scary and my interpretation of scary is very... I watch like American Horror Story.
You're good.
And that shit, even sometimes, like, that kind of gets me on
I watch like 5 minutes of that. I'm like, I'm out.
No, that show is not for you. No. Not for the faint of heart.
Another thing that we have been loving / obsessed with, can't put down, is TikTok.
Okay, I know I already told you about this, but like categorizing videos. Like, I've seen so many people that's like, TikTok, why can't you make it so we can make libraries? And then I saw another girl that was like, oh, I use this app and this is where I categorize my TikToks. And this entire time it's been in the app. It's just you
favorites or whatever.
Yeah, you don't like the video. You hold down on the video, you go add to favorites, and then you can make a collection. And then you just go to your profile page, click the little like bookmark, and they're all fucking there.
It's honestly genius, because I've been like hearting them and you have to look back at them, because I heart a lot of like, it takes a lot for me to heart a video because I want to go back to it. I never like it just because I like the video. It's always because I want to go back to it. It's usually like a recipe or a workout or like a Amazon favorites.
I'm the opposite, because we've talked about it before, that it takes a lot for me to throw out a like on Instagram for some reason. On TikTok, I just like fucking
give them for free.
Like, yeah,
giving away for free. No, I gatekeep, because I'm like, I need to sort back these through, but the favorites will take care of it.
I think it's because I'm on a side of TikTok that's like very comedy focused. So when there's like a joke that I'm like, that didn't make me laugh out loud, it's not worth it for me to send it to someone, but I appreciate the art, I'm gonna throw you a like.
I want to get back on the comedy side, because mine's more like Amazon favorites. I'm obsessed with Maya Knight. She has twins. She's like 24.
The two big twins?
No, everyone thinks the big twins. No, these are the Violet and Scout, but like the captions change it to like vodka and scotch, or like something really weird. And so like, I'm obsessed with these babies. They're so cute.
I too am obsessed with babies.
Yes, me too. I actually so my nephew is turning 10 this year, or month. Yep, this year and month. And I was looking at old videos and photos of him, and like my ovaries were just like screaming. I needed a baby. But okay, wait. We took some notes because we want to talk about it. Okay, so new slang. There's a couple words that have been brought to my attention, and obviously you probably know them. Mid.
Like mid-size?
This is mid. No.
Oh.
Haven't you seen those videos? It's like California mid. No, you're
Isn't
not on that side.
Mint?
No, mid. MID, and it's classified as used to insult or degrade an opposing opinion, labeling it as average or poor quality. So you'd be like, oh, did you like that? That was mid.
Like middle ground.
Yeah, like, I don't want that. That's a little too millennial for me.
I will not be using that phrasing. Doesn't roll off the tongue.
Okay, another one that I will not be using is sneaky link.
Sneaky link.
Have you heard this one?
No.
What? Okay, this is someone that you're secretly having sex with. So my sneaky link. And then the people are like videotaping
what happened to the good old fashioned booty call?
I know, or like my friends with benefits.
My side piece.
My piece of meat. Anyway, so sneaky link. I will not be using that.
I mean, I don't. In what context would I be using that?
I hope to God you never use that. Another one that I just think is so funny. Sorry, I'm close to the mic. I think I'm yelling. Is your ick?
I love the ick.
I love it. So for people that don't know, it's where your attraction to a current or potential partner is suddenly flipped to a feeling of disgust. So like if someone is like, your ick is like wearing socks and sandals, or your ick
that gives you the ick.
Or like, ooh, you're chewing loud. That gives me the ick.
I'm aware of it. I see it on TikTok, but it's not in my vernacular, at least not yet.
True, and I don't think I should, because I think that just makes me like 5 years younger than I am. Like it's just too...
Yeah. Although the context that I've been seeing it is like girls talking about men. Like I went on a date with him and he did this and it gave me the ick.
Which like I love, and honestly I probably will have a lot of icks because I'm gonna get back out and dating this year.
It's a bad time.
I just re-downloaded like all the apps and it's just
I just imagine that TikTok sound where it's like It is time.
Tony Rose, get out there. Yes, it is time. But those were my vernacular
slang
words that I will not be using, but I just thought they're everywhere.
It's our way of trying to keep you guys relevant. We don't want to be relevant, but you can try to be.
But you could follow us on our social media to make us a little bit more relevant.
At We Apologize Podcast.
Okay, I found an article that was very interesting. I know this is kind of late because we are in February, but it's the top paid creators of 2021.
But all TikTok creators, right?
TikTok, top 7.
Okay.
So the first one is Charli D'Amelio.
Shocking.
17.5 million. She had the show, and actually I did watch a couple episodes, and then I stopped.
It just looks dumb. Have you watched Hype House?
I watched I think half of one episode.
I didn't watch it at all.
It's just, I don't relate to TikTokers. Like, their personality is so clout chasing.
Yeah.
It's very like Jake Paul's top 10. And that's just not something 10. That I never, or Team 10, sorry. I can't get on board, so I couldn't watch it. The D'Amelio show was a little bit better. It was a lot about mental health and bullying, so I was like, okay, whatever. But I watched like 2 episodes and I was like, I'm good. Like, I got this.
The thing I don't understand about Charli D'Amelio, though, which like I've seen this on TikToks, but like for her being like one of the most followed people on TikTok, never comes across my For You page.
Me either.
Never. I have to like, sometimes I'll just like look her up and be like, what's this old chestnut up to? What is she doing lately?
Chestnut. You're actually right. I've never seen, but I don't.
That's why it was a conspiracy theory. Like they were thinking like she was like one of those like
bots.
Not a bot, but just like a created in a lab type situation where it's like they just like TikTok was like, hey, we're gonna take this person, we're gonna feed her a bunch of followers, and we're gonna make her a star. Like fuck, there's a term for it, but I forget. But then people were also thinking that like Bella Porch was like that too because like
she's on this
like
list.
like a plant.
Oh,
interesting.
Because
it's like. They so very quickly, like, look at how quick Bella Porch gained followers and then quickly got into a music deal.
Very
like, it's just
true.
Like, what are the chances that she had enough of a personality or talent to, like, get all these followers? And, also, she's good at singing? Well, I didn't know that.
Okay, this is interesting because I saw a video. Do you know the song that's like A, B, C, D, E, F, you and your mom and your sister and your dog and your broke ass car? Yeah, that song?
Yeah.
Completely manufactured by their agency. So she was doing...
Oh, yeah, manufactured. That's the word.
Manufacturer. So her agent commented, can you make a breakup song that incorporates ABC? Magically, a day later, she has it posted, becomes viral. And it was all from her agency. It was all a marketing... It was her... She hired this marketing person to do this.
Like, they just like one person commented?
And then she like pumped it out and like a bunch of people were commenting. Like, it was not fans. It was like all their marketing team, which is very interesting. It is so good. And there's some great remixes.
Have you seen the one of the guy who remixes it? Like it's like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, piss on your car, something like that.
Yeah. There's some good ones out there.
Tyler Shaw actually did a really good one that was like very sweet.
He is holding on because wasn't he popular when we were kids? Like, I've seen him.
He's actually a Poco Loco.
Okay,
Poco Loco.
I knew he was.
I think Canadian. He went to high school with Zora.
Okay, I was like, this guy has been around for so long, but he's not famous. But he is like, it's really weird. I think
a lot of what happens is like with those like kind of. I'm not gonna call him a one-hit wonder because I think like
name one hit.
First of all, radios have to play in Canada have to play a certain percentage of Canadian artists, and like his songs are like perfect radio music. Like I love you, I'm heartbroken. So of course they're gonna play him. He has a nice voice and whatnot, but I think a lot of people in those situations they get more into like writing and production in the back end. So I bet you he's written a lot of songs for other people, and like that's where he's probably getting most of his money.
You're right.
So
you know who I love on TikTok that's come out? Charlie Puth.
Oh, he's hilarious.
And have you
heard the Light Switch song?
No.
Okay, so like a while ago he made a TikTok that was like, guys, imagine if I made a song just based off of this light switch.
The sound.
And then and this was like a while ago, and then he just released the song now. And it's actually a pretty decent song.
Okay, I gotta listen to it because like I just support him. I don't love his music all the time, but I really like him as a person. So
do you see how much he gets bullied by Benny Blanco though?
No, that's funny.
So like they're roommates, I think. Like they either were roommates or still are, but he like straight up bullies him. Like he'll take all of Charlie's videos and he'll just be like, Charlie, fuck off. Like, very simplistic.
Wait, I love that. That's so funny.
But then I think Billie Eilish got involved, and then she bullied Benny Blanco because she felt bad.
I saw that. I saw that. Leave him alone. Okay, wait, that's funny. Billie Eilish on TikTok is funny too. She's also doing like Ask Me Anythings on Instagram. She's like, this is so fun.
Oh, she did a really cool video where she took like old school like paintings and then put her eyes into them, and then she was making all these like, I don't know, it's like the simplest of art forms that get me.
I love celebrities on TikTok because it's a different side of them.
It's
more natural and normal. Like even Lizzo cooking what she's making for lunch. Like I don't know why.
Do you follow Doja Cat on TikTok?
No.
She's fucking hilarious.
Really?
She very seldomly uploads, but when she does, it's like, it's just magic.
Oh, that's funny.
She like literally, there's this one video where it's just a picture and you're like trying to figure out what it is, and it's like zooming out slowly, and then it's a picture of her ass crack. It's like she's that kind of person.
Okay, I need to follow. That's amazing. But that's Charli D'Amelio.
Yeah, on to the next.
Okay, the second one, Dixie D'Amelio, no surprise, 10 million, her counterpart. So just a reminder, Charli got 17.5 and Dixie got 10. Okay. And then the third, Addison Rae, 8.5, which checks out because she had the movie.
Well, I was going to say, I wonder if is this every piece of revenue? Yes. Okay, so not
in
just
the
like sponsorship.
They mentioned the movie, so I'm assuming they're taking that into account. Also, like, where are we getting these? Is this like public knowledge, like how much people are paid?
Probably like market rate guesses,
it's insiders,
stuff like that.
I actually like Addison Rae. At first, I was like, I don't like her TikToks. But you know, that movie sucked. Like it did. Sorry, it wasn't great, but I appreciated her more for it for some reason, and it wasn't like it wasn't horrible. I did finish it.
Like we've seen worse.
I've seen worse.
We've seen worse,
and I will see better. Yeah. But you know, this wasn't bad.
I like her better than the D'Amelios.
Me too. She just seems a little bit more authentic than the D'Amelios. D'Amelios just
I think it's because when they both started, like she's older, so she could do more things, and that was like to her advantage. Like I think Charli just she was young, B, she just comes from like a different kind of family that was really like limiting her from like doing shit like Addison did to get followers. But Charli still came out on top.
But again, they both have the parent wanting to be influencers as well, like the momagers. Addison's mom is fucking hilarious. She's hilarious, but like also embarrassing. Like, girl, stop piggybacking off your daughter. Like, it's weird. It's weird to me when parents like quit their job and then they're just like focused on their kid's career, because like that's so much pressure for them. It has to be.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of like situations where there's like one influencer kid, and like what makes me the saddest is when like both the parents quit their jobs, they have other kids. And it's like, okay, so now this sibling is paying for their siblings too. Like they shouldn't even be paying the bonus Jonas.
Yeah. No, that's true. But also, okay, really sidetracked. Nick and Priyanka are having a baby.
Well, they had a baby.
Sorry, exciting. I'm just like I told you, like I'm just realizing like it'll just never happen for me. You know, like Nick Jonas.
This was the nail in the coffin as to why 20 Rose will never be with Nick Jonas.
It was, and it's the only reason. You know, like I had a chance. Like it was gonna happen.
Honestly, I get it. Remember in our last episode, I was like, for some reason, I feel like I have a chance with Paul Rudd. Like for some reason.
It's funny. Like it's really hard to let go of my childhood crush. And then the last two are tied. And I'm sorry, I actually don't know any of these people. So Bella Porch, we do.
Okay, Bella Porch, I have no idea what Josh Richards is.
But he made $5 million last year, so congratulations, Josh.
Which is like, it's shocking that it's not like Lil Huddy or
anyone from the Hype House. Or maybe they are in the Hype House, and we don't know.
Maybe.
And like, where is the other people from the house? What's her name? She's transgender.
Nikita Dragon?
Yeah. Is she TikTok? Yeah.
I don't think they classify her as TikTok. She's more a YouTuber.
Okay, yeah. And then last, tied for fifth, is Chris Collins and Avani Gregg.
I don't know who Avani Gregg is, but Chris Collins is local. She's a local girl.
I knew that.
She actually makes funny stuff. And like the thing that I liked most about her is like I saw her do an ad for Vessi, and it was actually a really good ad.
Oh, yes.
Like where she plays like the little kid with the little hands.
yes. That's funny. So they made $4.75 million, so not bad. Congratulations, everyone. Can you...
Damn, and that's in US dollars. Chris probably pulled like 6.
Oh, shit, bitch. We could be friends with her. We're local. We should hit her up.
Just
we should have her on this podcast. Okay, you have something else that you want to talk about for TikTok.
It's a fun fact. I just fucking love fun fact. Okay, so there's
I'm
this
trying
Instagram.
to fuel myself with more fun facts so I can like whip them out like truly.
And like I've been saving them in my collections playlist
Wow.
just for moments like this. So like this video, it's from an account called I don't even know how to pronounce it because it's a British TV show called like the
Give it your best shot.
It's like it's spelled Q it's the and then QIE, like it looks like Quelves.
Okay,
Quelves. Quelves? I don't know.
Someone fact check us, please.
But it's a TV show, but it's basically like there's like one host and they always have like celebrities that come on and they just like talk about random shit and like just kind of like spin off each other. And I just found this interesting. So if someone gave you an airplane and was like, you can paint it white or black, what color would you paint it and why?
Of the airplane?
Yeah.
Can I do like matte black?
Sure.
Matte black.
Okay.
With gold finishing.
So if you were to do that, so white planes are more efficient than dark planes when it comes to cost, because dark paint can add the equivalent weight of 8 passengers.
Right.
Because it has more pigment in it.
Okay, I'm changing my answer.
So then there's also a bonus third option that you could do. So you could just like polish it because it's like metal, right? So you could just do metal, but then you would need to constantly wash the airplane all the time so it doesn't like corrode. Yeah, like the corrosion and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, painting it white is the most cost effective, because even if you were to do the polish thing and then be like, okay, we'll just wash it, like you would spend more money probably washing it down than just paying the extra fuel on the white paint.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's like really fucking useless to know this. Like it's not like any of us are making decisions.
Because all of them are white. No one's, except for like the Disney planes.
I've always wanted to go on a Disney plane.
Me too. Do they still do those?
No, I don't know.
Like, that's incredible.
When I think they were like partnered with Alaska Airlines for a while.
Kai.
So I don't know. But I was just like there was so many times sitting on the tarmac and me looking at the window and I see it and I'm like, why am I not on this plane?
I know. I was like, because I went to Disneyland, but on a white plane that had no theme.
I once went to Disneyland on fucking Allegiant and thought I was gonna die. So
I've had horror story with Allegiant. I've flown many times, and on the way back from Las Vegas from a wedding, we got like diverted because of storm. So we landed and we got like stranded at this airport. It was like an 8-hour drive to Vancouver, and we had to like wait in a 5-hour line to get a hotel for free. And Noah was like 2, if that. And he was screaming so much that they let us cut the line, because I'm like, do you want us to sit here for 5 hours with a kid, or can we go and put him to bed? Like it was a disaster. No one from Allegiant Air helped us. It was like all this nice airport hotel that helped us.
It's not even worth it anymore. Like I feel like back in the day when the exchange rate was better, it made sense to like do the drive across the border and go from Bellingham, but it doesn't make sense anymore.
And I'm like all about paying a couple $100 more for like no stops, you know?
Yeah, okay. I'm all about the luxury too.
One thing I wanted to bring up, Wordle. Are we playing?
Okay, I was actually gonna put that on the list and I totally forgot about it. I am playing Wordle. I just started this past weekend. Okay, fun fact. I have another fun fact.
Okay, love fun facts.
I saw a TikTok of a guy who the first word that you should always start with is irate, because it hits like the
vowels. And it's probably never going to end with an S. They said they never pluralize things.
Oh, that's good to know.
So plums, not going to be an answer.
Oh, that is really good to know.
I'm trying different strategies, and they're not really working.
Try irate.
I've only ever not finished one, and it was 2 days ago when it was Knoll, Knoll. It was on a Monday morning. My brain did not work when I had to
didn't do it that day.
It was rough. Today
3 for 3.
Okay, nice. I've
4 for 4, 3 for 3.
I'm 6 for 7. So it's not great. I've done a lot. I've gotten it a lot at the last line. But sometimes I get them at 3.
We didn't even really explain it to anyone who doesn't know what it is. Okay, so Wordle, it's a game that it's just like, it's online, it's on Safari, it's not a fancy app or anything. But basically, it's a 6-letter word that every day... No, it's 6, isn't it?
5.
Oh, it's a 5-letter word. You were right. So it's a 5-letter word every day that refreshes. And your goal is to figure out what the word is. So it's kind of like by trial and error. So you can just put in any...
no help, no hints. You literally... It's a blank canvas.
Yeah, so you just like start with a word, and then it'll like... If it's green, that means the letter's correct and in the right place. If it's yellow, that means the word uses this letter, but it's just not in the right place kind of thing. And then luckily it grays out letters that like aren't used, which I think would be a big help. That's very helpful, because I think if they didn't do that, like I don't think you could get it, and you only have 6 tries to get it.
It's great. And you know what I love about it? That it's not an app. It is a Safari game that people log in. Like, it's just amazing. It's so funny that this whole world is...
It's so simple. It's like, it can be as quick as like 5 minutes if you're like, if you got a word and you're just on a good roll that day. But like, it can also be something that you spend like 15, 20 minutes on. Sometimes I'll do it. I'll get to my 3rd row and then I just put it down and walk away. And I'm like, I'm going to come back later with a fresh mind and fresh eyes.
Alex, every day. Because I usually do it in the morning. And I'm like, why am I doing it in the morning when I don't have coffee? I'm in bed. Like, I need to think about this. And when I'm getting to my 4th row, I'm like, okay, walk away, because you don't want to fuck this up.
I haven't gotten to the 6th row. I've gotten it on 5 or less.
You're just like super smart.
Am I better than everyone?
There is a not safe for work version, which is really funny. I tried it today and I'm like, I don't think I know that many inappropriate words, because I was struggling. I was like, titty, dicks.
I was like, wow, I'm not as dirty as I thought I was.
Like, shoot, what else?
I heard that like the creator of the game like said that it can last, because there's
for
only
6 years or something.
Was it 6 years? That was 6 months.
No, there's it's years.
Oh,
but it could not be 6.
Maybe it's like a year or 2.
Yeah.
We fact check here.
Okay, well that was it for my side. I feel like I got everything I needed to say out.
I think I did too.
Do you have an apology? Because I feel like we're starting this year off strong. I feel like I haven't pissed anyone off yet.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Yeah. I'll apologize to Steve, because he he really seems to think that I gave him COVID. Like, he got COVID like 3 or 4 days after I did, but...
Was he mad at you for that?
Not really. He was just like jokingly holding it against me, because he claims that in that like 30 seconds that I got to touch the dog, that's how he got COVID. And I'm like, no, babe.
No, it's airborne.
You probably got it. I mean, the first night, because on like a Tuesday night, I had fever, chills, coughing up a storm. Like, I was not feeling well. And like,
in the back of my mind,
yeah, sleeping. And like in the back of my mind, I'm like, maybe I have it, but I just felt like I felt like ass. So I didn't care. I'm like, you're going to get it regardless at this point. Yeah. So I'm like pretty sure that we caught it. If not on the same day when I got it, but it was just delayed for him. Or he got it from me sick. Which, by the way, did I tell you my theory as to where I got sick?
No.
The Saturday before, we went ice skating. And at the ice rink, it was optional for you to have your mask on the ice. And I didn't wear a mask.
I didn't wear mine when I went ice skating on Christmas Eve either.
Which is an interesting thought to me, because like people are like you're skating,
but you're breathing.
Yeah,
you're breathing.
And like I didn't not wear mine because I was like, I don't want to wear a mask. It's because I wear glasses, and so it's either I see or I breathe. One of the two. Can't have both. And
I get that.
I'm like convinced. I'm like, there's nowhere else I went. Like on the Sunday, I went tanning, but I wore my mask the entire time.
Yeah.
And then I went to the grocery store, and that's it. And then I wasn't anywhere else between that. So he's like, I'm pretty sure you got it while you were tanning. And I'm like,
you could have gone tanning, grocery store, walking the street, anywhere.
Touching the cart, touching my face.
It's crazy. Me and my friend Charlotte and Josh are the only people that have not gotten COVID yet. Like, knock on wood. I think I'm superhuman. Like, if I have been able to hold out for 2 years without getting it, it's like almost rude at this point if I get it. And it could be like my party trick. Like, hey guys, remember when we had that fucking pandemic? Yeah, I never got it.
Well, I feel like it's almost like a rite of passage at this point. Like, I finally like got a COVID test, which wasn't even a proper nostril test. It was a gargle test, which I was like, is this sanitary?
Yeah.
Do you know what movie that's from?
No.
Damn it.
What was it?
I'm trying to think. It's like from one of those like animated movies.
I was thinking of the redhead.
It's from Finding Nemo. Like one of the kids in the school. The seahorse. The seahorse. He's like a German. He's like, okay. But yeah, I didn't get a COVID swab up the nose. Although I luckily had like COVID rapid tests at home.
I did too.
Which like BC is like screwing the pooch on like getting people tests.
Not downtown. I've had like 4.
But like you had to still go. Like they're not giving out.
Or they're giving it. Yeah, you just go and get it.
Oh.
But anyway, they are. It's only this one location. It's like, I'm not telling anyone about it, so I'll tell you offline. I'm gatekeeping that. Because
gorgeous girls.
Gatekeep. But that's insane. I almost had FOMO at one point because everyone in my life had it. And I'm like, well, I want it. Like,
should have come over. Could have coughed right in your face.
This was a topic of discussion. Kind of like, get it. And this is a joke, but like, get it and spread it. Because it's like, is this the way that it's gonna go? Like,
but that's what people were doing in the beginning of the pandemic. They were having like COVID parties. So specifically, if one person was sick, we all go there and you get COVID, because people were just trying to like
just get it over with. Yeah,
but they were also trying to be like, look, it's not a big deal, and then people fucking died.
I would never do that. Like, even as a joke, I'm joking. I would never do that.
Well, the whole concept of like when kids have the chicken pox, like in like a group of school, and someone finds out, and they'll be like, hey, let's put all the kids together and get it over with, because if you don't have it when you're a kid, then it's worse when you're an adult.
I've never had it. I've had 10. I've had 10 chicken pox in the toe of my body, and they said that's not enough. You most likely will get it again. So I'm like,
dude, it's gonna be like shingles if you ever get it.
Dude, I know. I'm really scared. So
your body, man, like just fucking hates you. Your body's just like, I'm ready to throw hands.
Let's go. What else do you need?
I ever see that cheeky motherfucker.
Please tell us you guys know what we're talking about. But yeah, say my body hates me, and if I get chicken pox, it's gonna be bad. So I just
fingers crossed.
Just stay away from kids.
Well, I guess your only connection to kids right now is Noah. Has Noah had them?
Yeah, and I should tell you, I'm pregnant.
I literally just fucking punch you because I'm next.
Yo, right? Yeah, you're next. Actually, I really want you to be next. Like, I don't want it.
I have issues, man. Like, I'm like, no, me.
Okay, so to help Alex, please go follow her at Instagram at Alex_French, 2 X's, 2 H's. I am Tony Rose Goulden, Tony with an I. And then follow
us at We Apologize Podcast.
And that's it, folks. We'll see you next week.
Bye.